In the previous lecture, we deal with one single character, and in this lecture, we would like to deal with more characters, or we call it a message, or in Java's term, we call it string. Right here, we have a way to declare a string variable str, and it will store the value hello. And in fact, this str is only a pointer or reference to the storage. So for data collection like string or text message, it actually is an indirect adjacent plan. We have a reference variable called string or a address pointer called string to point into the memory location that store the real word hello in a string object. And we call this a string literal, or sometimes call it as intern string. And the intern string or string literal will be stored in a specific location. Any variable that declared to hold this value will be pointing to the same location. And there is another way that we can declare a string object called hello, and it will create an object stored in the heap, and then return the address to the string variable. And these two may store the hello in different locations. So in our program, we can declare a name variable as the string type. And then this name variable can hold different text message in different locations. If we assign this value to the name, and the name will be pointing to this Wally in the memory location, and the name variable will be storing the address or the reference value for this Wally in the memory location. And same thing, if we update this name variable to the string path, then it will store the address to the path, and then the previous link will be lost. So name variable is used to store the reference address for the string, and it can be updated, while the string itself can never be changed. We call it immutable.
In the previous lecture, we talked about the relationship between character and the ASCII code. Right now, we are going to combine the characters into message. First, let's create a new class. Let's name it char and string. String is the name for message. And let's click it. Whenever we create a new class, there will be something like this, and then a sample class. Inside the sample class, we don't need that. We can write our own. Let's delete it. And now on the outside, we have this slash double star and something inside, and then one star and slash. These are the commented out text useful for Java doc. It's one way to do comment. And there are two other ways. You can use double slash. This is also a command. Or you can do backslash one star. This is another kind of command. Anything before the double slash is very cool. Anything after is not very cool. So these are commented out, so it's in gray color. And anything between slash star and the star slash, anything between them is also commented out. And anything in this slash double star and star slash are also comment. But the only difference for this one and the other two is this one is a valid Java doc command. So let's click Tool and toggle Documentation View. So you will see some documentation file like this. And look at here, the version is like this, author is like this. That's written down in our command area. That's toggle back. So it's written down over here. Now, we would like to create this class. We need a main function. Let's copy over. And we copy this over and create our main method. The next thing I would like to demo is we can declare some variable in between the class and method. We can put character A equals A. This first A is a variable, and the second one with single quote, that is a character literal. In order to allow this main method to use it, we need to put static in front of it, because this will become a class variable. We will discuss this later. But right now, let's assume that this is a variable. For something else we written down inside the main method, that's a local variable. Local variable only alive when this method is alive. But this static method is alive when the class is loaded. So let's try this. Now, the first thing we would like to do is, let's do another character, C2 equals A. Now we'll pick out the value over here. And then let's try this. A equals ch1. We try to assign a value from ch1 back to A. And let's compile it. It's okay, it passed. But if we put a final over here, let's compile again. It said that cannot assign value to final variable. So when you put a final here, it becomes a constant. So this statement no longer valid. So let's comment that out. And put remark invalid statement. Now, let's do the next things. If we would like to put a long message, we should do something like this. String str1 equals welcome to Java. This is one thing we call a string. It's a longer message. And the character is only for one letter, and the string is a longer message. And we can also do this. String str2 equals character 1 plus character 2. That means these two are concatenated into a new string. Now let's print them out. We can put a string over here to print them out. Now let's compile. This is not allowed because you try to convert character into string. That's not allowed. And then how could we fix it? If we put a double quote over there, double quote is an empty string. So empty string concatenate with one character and the second character, that is allowed. So now let's compile it. This is wrong character because of the Chinese system. Let's compile it again. Now it passed. Let's run it. Now it passed. So this is one way to convert character or number of characters combined into a string. And as you can see from the result, the character 1, X, and A are combined together. A is from character 2 into one string. That's one way to combine it. Another way to convert a character into string is we can declare a string str3 equals string class dot value of, and let's put character 2 in there, and then let's print out this message. And as you can see right here inside this print line parenthesis, you need to put a string over there. We always put a string over there. If it is not string, it will be converted into string. Let's compile it. It has a set name, so let's change the name to 3. Now let's compile it and run. So right here, character 2, that's A from the A, is already converted into a string, and that's valid. That's two ways to convert character into string. One way is use double quote, empty string, and plus a character. The other one is use string as a class with a method dot value of with character 2. That's a second way to convert a character into string. Now, if we want to read a certain character out of a string, then what should we do? Say right here we want to print out a certain character. Say right here, welcome to Java. We want to take out this L. So we need to put something like this. str1.character add. If we put a 0, this one should print out capital W. Let's compile and run. That's a W, capital W. Then if we put a 1 over there, compile it and run again, we got an E. So that's the welcomes E. So we can continue that. It will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if we want to print out L, we should pick 2. That's the way to pick up single character from a string. Now, if we want to pick up multiple of them, actually that is a substring. Then we can use substring from 0 to 2. That will be only WE. 2L will be missing out. So that's put 0 and 2. That's the beginning index and ending index. Let's do this. The output will be WE. Then if we change it to 3 and run it, that will be WEL. Now the first 3 characters. Say if we want to print out come, that should be starting from 3, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and next that's not included, so that will be 7. And then I print it, and you get a come. So that's the way to use substring. And there's another way to use substring. If we don't have the second index, it will be to the end of the string. So that will become to Java. Let's compile it and run. So that's come to Java. So this program shows you how to combine several characters into one string, or how to convert one character into string, or how to get one character out of a string, or how to get some part of the string as a substring, or how to get the rest of the string out of a string. That's string and the character operation.
For strings, we have the repetition and the text processing. Java string, you can declare, assign, print, concatenation. You can do string traversal construction, character conversion, and then you have the string methods length, character at, index of, and finding the substring from a text message. And you can find application like Pick Latin Translator, and you can use string for file input, scanner class, file class, and handling exceptions. And we also have a scanner class to read in strings as the tokens. We have a next, has next, next line, have next line, next integer, has next integer, and these different functions are used to support the text and string processing for Java. But in this lecture, we are not going to cover all of these. We pretty much will be covering the string declaration, assignment, printing, and concatenation. Right here, I show you the storage for myString. myString itself is a string variable, so this string variable myString will store such a value, and there's a hash code that pointing to the real character array to store the myString text message. The pointer itself actually will be in this format, and the object itself will be stored in this format. So actually there is a reference and one memory location associated with the string that contain this myString variable. And myString variable will store whole string variable A characters over there. And character and string. We can have a constant called pi that equals to 3.14. Same thing, we can declare a constant A to hold a constant value A character. And then we have the character to string conversion that we can store this character and then plus with this empty string, this will convert the character A to a string. And the same thing, we can use string value of to convert a character A to a string. And then we can convert string to character if we use the character at. For example, character at 0, we will get W character. That is the leading character in the string. And then you can have the string to smaller string converter. For example, you can use substring 0 to 3, but this 3 actually not including the index 3 location. So this actually will include WEL 0, 1, 2, but not including C. You will get WEL. And then if you put only one parameter, that will be starting from the index 3 location, that will be C, to the end of the string. And these are different functions and different way of declaring the variables. And in the future lectures, we will be covering more string operations. And right in this lecture, we limit ourselves to very basic part. Thank you. Bye.